Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dollies and welcome back to StoneBlock. In the last episode, we were doing some basic stuff, getting through some of the quests, getting to lava generation and water generation, did some tinker stuff as well, and I have been working off camera, just clearing out a couple more rooms, and yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Did some sifting, got a new hammer, needed a new hammer because the Invar one broke, and we don't actually need to see hammers anymore. The recipe, by the way, for these hammers are pretty easy. It's any of the metals, but did I turn that off? I don't know how to get the, let's see, JEI settings. I might have turned that off because I had issues before with searching, but if we look at the hammers, the recipes are just some sort of metal with 2 sticks. It's 5 metal, so I just made another iron one to kind of finish things up. And we're going to need some more iron today. And the plan is we're going to start working towards a little bit of automation and a little bit of, well, tree farms. Tree farms are annoying because trees grow large. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take some clay that we have, and 4 right now should be fine. Take another piece right here, and we are going to be making a bonsai pot. So this is a mod that I've wanted to get into for quite a long time. It's kind of a really cool mod that allows us to do some it's some basic automation very simply. So what we're gonna do, we're going to make a chest. We're going to need a chest, and we're going to need a hopper to make this work well. We'll take that out, put that in there. And there is our hopper. And then we just need those bricks. So the plan is we're going to make one of these hopping bonsai pots, and they will export whatever we put into it into this chest. So we'll just put the chest right here for now. And as soon as we get the 5 clay turned into bricks, we'll make the bonsai pot and everything will be just fine. So let's clean up this stuff a little bit. Don't need water or barrels anymore. And one of the things I think we should start working towards is, oh man, what do we want to start working towards? So if we look at our better questing, we need to make obsidian and go to the nether. That is something we can do. We just need a lot of lava, and in order to get a lot of lava, we might want to, that is weird to say, we might want to get some sort of a fluid transporter. Conduits would work, but quite clear glass is a bit of a pain to get now because we need different things. So Sterling generators will work, but we need grains of infinity for a lot of stuff, I believe, and that's kind of annoying. So we'll see about that. Ender.io has changed dramatically in 1.12, so I don't know how much we're going to be using that. We could get transfer nodes. That's not terrible. Wow, that makes a lot of transfer pipes. That's not a bad recipe. We might use transfer nodes, and see, I think translocators are also a thing. We could also look at fluid ducts. And that's pretty cheap, but we need servos, which are also relatively cheap. Just requires iron nuggets and some Invar, or we could just use the basic ones. These are super slow, but not terrible. So I think for now, let's go with transfer nodes. And we're going to want some other stuff with that, but we need more iron. And I don't really want to do too much sifting on camera, so we'll probably not do too much of that. So bonsai pot plus a hopper gives you a hopping one, and you just place this here. And now, the really cool thing, we need a piece of dirt and whatever kind of sapling we want. I think we're going to do just normal oak. And I didn't mean to hammer that. Oh well. Let's see, where is, I have some gravel in here. We just smack this with that and get a piece of dirt. and we can grow our own little bonsai trees. So they will do this automatically, and it grows just a tiny little tree in a single block area, and it will give us whatever we need. So that's kind of the plan. As you can see, it grows and grows and grows, and then we'll get some wood and potentially other things from this. And I love the graphics of this. It's really cool. We can do this with a lot of different things as well. So that is also really neat. And we just got an achievement for that. So we get oak sticks. We can get leaves, I do believe, and there's a couple other things we can get. So if we look at this, there are a ton of different trees you can throw in here, and you get whatever kind of wood they drop, any fruits, and you can also get leaves and saplings. So it's all based on a small chance, but it's worth it. So that will just give us a bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and fill this guy in, and we need to start looking at power generation. So yeah, about that. So power generation, I kind of want to focus on, there are a lot of quests for power generation, and we can stick with the extra utilities 2 stuff, or we can try something else. And I was looking through the generators. I know I got a little bit sidetracked. We need to store lava. That is one thing, so we can get enough. We'll get to that in a little bit. And then we can also make item. Yeah, we can. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. We still need more iron though. All right. Well, let's go ahead. I kind of was looking at the sieves and seeing sieves, whatever. Seeing what all we would need to make a good bit of these, and we're gonna move this into another room because I want to make more. And it turns out it looks like the only meshes we're ever going to need is flint and then diamond. So we'll only need to make like a couple of the iron ones, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So let's go ahead and make some more of these. We're going to have to sift a little bit on camera. It's fine. And we'll take some wood. So let's make 2 more of these. 1, 2. And I know there's a handy dandy button right here to clear the grid. I really should use that. But let's get some meshes. We can always enchant meshes as well. And let's get some more. We're gonna need more iron. Because the thing we're gonna want to make is the transfer nodes. And eventually we'll get into wireless energy transfer, so we won't need pipes and that kind of stuff, but rather the flux ducts or conduits or anything like that. There is wireless energy. Where is it? Wireless lights. It's RF nodes or something like that. I don't remember what they're called. Right here. No, that is not the right one. There's an entire mod dedicated to it. If I could only remember what it was called and what the blocks look like. Not Woot. Let's see, random things. It's not that. It's like there. I think if we look up node, maybe? No. I don't think it's cyclic. Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I'll look around and see if I can figure out what the wireless power is. I don't think there's any quests that kind of point you in that direction. But, oh well. Let's go ahead and get some iron. So, eventually we're going to have wireless and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be great. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what's going to be the best way to get everything that we want. So, we're also going to need some redstone. I realize that now. So one thing we're also going to want to do relatively soon is we're going to want to get a good bit of automation when it comes to making gravel, sand, dust, all that kind of fun stuff. What am I doing? It's like this. So there's 4 iron. That should be enough for now. Let's go ahead and get that crafting. So redstone comes from dust. We should be able to, let's get a stack of cobblestone. And we're going to hammer this up and all that kind of fun stuff. We're still in the early game of basically Skyblock. It's not technically Skyblock, it's a stone block, but same difference. And the early game is always kind of slow when it comes to like what all you have to do and whatnot, but we'll get there. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of gravel. And we'll turn this into dirt, and then the dirt into dust, or sand. And I believe in order to get redstone, which we're going to need a little bit of, we need dust. And we need iron stiffened meshes for that. Alright, well, we need 4 iron then. Wasn't expecting that one. So we can't get redstone until we get a good bit of iron. So that's a bummer. More dirt. Let's put the gravel there first. And there we go. So stack of dirt. You know what? Let's keep like half a stack of dirt. And we'll just put it in here for right now. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to collect as much. I want a good bit of dirt. So, ooh, we get. Wait, what? Hammering dirt gives us other stuff. What? I know cooking it gives you a bunch of the saplings. But evidently. Alright, lucky egg drops, bee products. Okay. Well, fair enough. So let's get sand to dust, and then we will be good to go. So, once we get the iron, so we're going to need to get more iron, but we should get some iron drops from all of this stuff anyways, so that is enough for one single... Great. That is enough for one single mesh. And so we've got to go slow, but that is a quest. So let's go ahead and go back to this. Let's claim our reward, which is, of course, ooh, viaducts. That is kind of cool. Viaducts are basically transports. And, you know, let's get another chest for in here. So viaducts are for transporting. I don't know if we'll ever use them, but maybe. It'd be kind of cool. So put that there. Iron stiffened mesh. And we'll sift some dust. And then we can also use this to sift for diamonds. And once we get diamonds, that is the key to getting basically everything else. So we need like, I don't know, a handful of this stuff. We're also going to get a lot of different resources from the dust rather than gravel, just because everything gives you different things. I think we're also going to want to sift a little bit more iron, or rather gravel, so we'll do that here in a second. That one's easy enough just because the way to get gravel is very easy. You just have to smash cobblestone. So let's hope for the best here. We getting any? Nope. Okay. I'm going to use this to store the meshes, I think, as well as string. And I guess we can store all the different ores as well. Now, we do have a decision to make relatively soon of kind of what path do we want to go down when it comes to getting all of our machines and whatnot, because we are going to want to automate this eventually. And I think what we're going to do is have like a couple machines depending on what we want. Because if we look real quick, so if we look at bone meal, for example, sifting it comes from string. Actually, we can just see, not like that, recipes like this. Alright, so if we look, string with sand gives you stuff, and there's no difference between the string and the flint, other than the odds are higher. And then iron changes what you can get, so you can no longer get cactus seeds and cocoa beans. You get instead the prosperity shards, yellorium, and ancient spores, and it doesn't change with the diamond. And similarly with like dust, you get more stuff, and actually dust we only need to use diamond. So kind of looking at that and determining what do we want. If we want cocoa beans, honestly, once we get one of each of these, we don't need to collect any more. We can farm them other ways. So maybe all we need is the diamond stiffen mesh. Unfortunately, let's see. Let's do that. There we go. So let's see. Gravel, you can get flint, but we can get flint other ways, and everything else is just more stuff. Now, soul sand will give you all the saplings and natura bushes. With the string, it will give you only nether quartz and black quartz with the flint, and with the diamond, it only gives you nether quartz and gas tiers. So again, we'll have to use string to get a little bit of this stuff, and then afterwards we can get black quartz from other things, I do believe. Dirt, I don't really care about. We'll kind of look into that later. And again, with the endstone, getting ender lilies and chorus fruits would be good. But then after that, just using diamond would be fine. So I think maybe we only need a couple diamond meshes if we do the automatic mesh, or sieve, which I think we're going to do. So that'll be the plan. We can use this iron stiffened mesh with some gravel. Yeah, we're getting crushed black quartz, so we don't need to do too much. We just need to get nether wart, and we'll be good to go with most of the stuff. So let's go ahead and put all of that away. Let's grab another stack of that, and this will keep going, by the way, forever, pretty much. So we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to maintenance or anything like that. It's really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So let's get a little bit more iron. And I want to start getting some automation when it comes to producing lava so that we can make obsidian easily and not have to worry about it. So let's just get that. And this might also give us some diamonds, so might as well do it. We have the redstone, we can throw that in there, and I will move things and all that kind of fun stuff between episodes. So once we sift through all of this, there's some iron. So we need, how much iron do we need for this stuff? So I want a transfer node. That's going to require just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone. We have plenty of redstone, and we just need 3 iron. So we need 12 pieces, 12 chunks. Do we have any more chunks over here? Yes. Okay. So hopefully we can get enough. And it's a decent chance, I believe, to get this stuff. So flint would give us a 40% chance, whereas iron gives us a 50% chance. So 1 and 2. So we should get about 16 from this entire stack on average. Or I guess it's a half a stack, but you know what I mean. On average, we should get 1 every 2 sifts. And yeah, then once we get to the diamond level, it's weird having to do this the weird roundabout way. Diamond level gives us a 60% chance, so that's even better. So yeah, I think making a handful of diamond meshes, probably 3, just so that we can get gravel, sand, and dust. I think will be good. And I'm gonna stop there because we don't need any more right now. I actually went above, so we do need a couple pieces of sand. Just 2. Let's get that. And these will be turned into glass as soon as this stuff is done. And let's see, we can start making, let's see, the transfer pipes require stone slabs. We can do that with redstone in the middle. And then we need stone and a chest. We don't really need to worry about, waiting on any sort of, we don't need to do any tree cutting anymore or anything like that. So it's really nice. The bonsai trees are really cool, and probably one of the mods I've been looking forward to getting into for a long time. Probably the mod I've been looking to getting into, more than anything else that I can think of anyways. Although hatchery is a really cool mod too. I like stuff like that. But there's the transfer pipes. We're going to need a chest, stone, redstone, and pipes. And I believe it's just like this. Perfect. So this is going to be basically how we get stuff early game. And now the next thing I want to see how we can make is a drum. We need something to store this stuff. Now we can make an iron drum, but that's expensive. That's a lot of iron. So let's make a stone drum. It's just cobblestone, some slabs, and a bowl. Now do we have a bowl? We do not. Alright, so bowl is probably like this. We can make cobblestone slabs. And we can do that. So stone drum only holds 16 buckets, which is fine. We don't need like a lot right now, but just to kind of passively start storing this. And what we can do is we can actually transfer node this, and then we just add the pipes to both sides, and it will fill everything up. Now it is slow, but who cares? So once we get the 10 obsidian, or rather the 10 buckets of lava we need, we can make the obsidian and potentially go to the nether. So the question is, what do we want to use for power? There are a lot of generators. Now, obviously, all of these will take iron, so we're not going to make them today. We're going to worry about it next time. But there is, we can make the survival generator or the furnace generator, which would run on anything, any normal fuel sources. Both of those are not too terrible to make. The difference is the survival generator doesn't require any machine frames. And we're going to need to make all of those eventually anyways. I was also looking at the coal generator, which requires a little bit less iron than the furnace generator, but it's pretty good. Generates 30 CF per tick. Okay, is that RF? Crystal flux. All machines is compatible with Tesla. Okay. Since the recent diminishment of what was known as redstone flux is way too, a new way of storing power has arisen, crystal flux. So basically, it's redstone flux, but not quite. This stuff still produces RF. So it really depends on what we want to use, what we want to make. Generator from, yeah, that's going to be powerful, but probably not that powerful. So it's just kind of a how do we want to generate power? I think using extra utilities might be the best way. There's also a coal generator from RF Tools, which produces 60 RF per tick. That's not super expensive. And then we could also go straight to Mechanism and use heat generators. We could use heat generators. Those are pretty cheap, but they produce joules. I don't know if there is conversions or not for this stuff. So I'll have to look into that. But we might, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to use. We might just go with the extra utilities because there is quests for that. But we might not. So that's the question. And really the only thing we need to do, and I still don't know how the solar generators are going to work. We do have RF tools, so we are going to have other dimensions. We're also going to have the mining dimension, which I saw right here. The Roman mining dimension, that is Eternal Day. So those are places we can put solar panels, and then we just have to move things around. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and call the episode here. And I'm going to do some sifting and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm going to decide on what kind of machines we're going to want to use. And we're going to set up a basic machining area in here. And then what we might do is I might actually, see, this is going to be a path. And what we're probably going to do is we're going to make a second room that connects these two. And this is where our ore stuff is going to be. So our sifters and all that kind of stuff. And eventually this room will be kind of the main room. We'll have storage probably right here. And like we can put it up in the ceiling or something. Or I might actually have a little staircase going upstairs and have a second floor above. I don't know. But I do want to kind of make it, I'm not going to make this base pretty. But it is going to be kind of usable, hopefully. So yeah, this will be like the machining room. We'll have a room there that's going to be like ore processing, and then this can be something else. And then maybe if I do the upstairs, I will put some rooms above here that's like chickens for the hatchery stuff. And we're going to want a farming area. I think farming will go that way. And all of this will have to be interconnected and whatnot. But we don't want to go too far out of this, like, if we're in the center of a grid, we're basically here. We don't want to really go far out. So we kind of want to make it a 9x9 area of rooms that are 9x9. Yeah, that'll probably work. And then we can do upstairs and downstairs as needed. So, yeah, I am going to get to work getting some more iron, maybe clear out another room, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!